in the return leg. Both sides have 2 wins from 2 and will look to take control of the group today in an 89-degree kickoff temperature for a warm one. 7% chance of rain and some wind coming in at 16 miles per hour. So we take a look at the standings. 6 points each, 2 wins from 2, plus 10 goal difference for Puerto Rico, and a plus 5 for Guyana, both sides defeating Bahamas and Antigua and Barbuda. These teams have played 3 times since 1993, and most recently in 2017. Puerto Rico has won twice, and Guyana just once. And they have some leading goal scorers who have been carrying the teams. Omari Glasgow for Guyana with 4 goals, and Gerald Diaz with 4 goals. Kelsey Benjamin is credited for 3, one of them listed potentially as an own goal, while Joel Burgos and Ricardo Rivera for Puerto Rico have 3 goals each, carrying this side through 11 goals for after just 2 matches. As the players make their way through the tunnel and down the staircase and onto the pitch. Puerto Rico in the white kit, blue shorts, blue socks. Guyana in the all-yellow strips. A long walk across the artificial turf surface. Puerto Rico, captained by Zarek Valentin, the Major League Soccer veteran player. Guyana, captained by Daniel Wilson. An important match for both teams. A warm setting in St. Kitts and Nevis as we get set for the national anthems.
Please stand for the playing of the national anthem of Guyana. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem of Puerto Rico.
The players shaking hands as they get ready for this one. Puerto Rico and Guyana, Concacaf Nations League B Group D matchup. Puerto Rico, the home side in this one. They'll face off again at the same location on Tuesday, where Guyana will be the home side. The captains will meet right now in front of our officials, after team photos, of course. As we take a look at Puerto Rico, Joel Serrano in goal, Nicolas Cardona, Zarek Valentin the captain, Ricardo Rivera, Isaac Anking, Leonardo Antonetti, Gerald Diaz, Joel Burgos, Roberto Idrak, Darren Rios, and Noe Hernandez. They're coached by Charlie Trout. As Zarek Valentin heads over to shake hands with Daniel Wilson, the Guyana captain, for the coin toss. So we get a look at our officials for this match. Ismael Cornejo of El Salvador, flanked by two assistant referees from El Salvador, Juan Zumba and Giovanni Garcia. The fourth official is the Honduran Melvin Matamoros. Just the fourth meeting between these teams, and the first since 2017. Guyana will line up with Killian Roberts in goal. Jalen Jones, Nathan Mariah Welsh, Stephen Duke McKenna, Omari Glasgow, the leading scorer, Kelsey Benjamin, Liam Gordon, Curtis Kelman, Reese Greenidge, Captain Daniel Wilson, and Elliot Bonds to round out the 11. They're coached by Jamal Shabazz. The referee, Ismael Cornejo, heads to the center circle. The captains giving final instructions before kickoff in this pivotal match. A huge window for both teams. This, an important one, as the winner in each group advances, will get promoted to League A. There's no second place from League B advancing, all first places. Puerto Rico fans in attendance. And they will kick off. The first time Puerto Rico and Guyana met, it was 1993. Puerto Rico taking that match 2-0. They've only played twice since, and that was in 2016 and 17. And the most recent encounter in 2021, actually, the Concacaf qualifiers for the World Cup in 2022. Puerto Rico taking that one 2-0. Anking on the score sheet there. He's in the lineup for Puerto Rico today. Just moments away from the whistle to get things going. Puerto Rico in the white, Guyana in the yellow. As our referee, Ismael Cornejo, looking just as eager as the players to get this match going. The whistle to the mouth. And away we go. Puerto Rico kicking things off. They're going from right to left. Guyana from left to right. Quick ball down the left side for Darren Rios. He plays this forward into the box. Nice little turn. Back to Rios. Still loose in the box. Out to the top for a shot, and it's saved by Roberts. A good effort from Joel Burgos, looking for his fourth goal in the competition. The Puerto Rico chants already beginning. A quick shot early for Puerto Rico. Now, they've only conceded one goal in this tournament so far in the two matches, and that came in just 2 minutes against the Bahamas. Puerto Rico managed to get things under control and score 6 unanswered for a 6-1 win to open their Nations League 2023-24 campaign. As this one goes down the left, Rios is chasing it again, but he's tracked by Kelman, who gets this one forward for Guyana, and now up the right side. Now Kelman dispossessed into the midfield, finding Anking. Thought about the shot, cuts it back, regroups with Idrak, and he'll roll it back to the center backs. Cardona. High press from Guyana, forcing this all the way back to Serrano in goal. He's come out of the box to collect. Plays his club football in the United States, in NISA, the Independent Soccer League for LA Force. Antonetti lays it off. Anking switching the field from right to left. Finds Rios. Cuts inside on his right foot. The cross cleared away. Into the center circle. And now Puerto Rico all the way back to Serrano again. And look at that press from Guyana. Puerto Rico doing well to keep possession. Cardona over to Valentin. Left side with Rios. Circles his way out, and then the throw-in is won by Noah Hernandez. And he'll take the throw-in himself. Cardona under pressure from Omari Glasgow. Gets it out of his feet over to Valentin, who plays the long ball here. Just a bit too much mustard on it. That one lands in the box, and Roberts elects to just knock it down to his feet and play out. Given away by Guyana in the back. And Rivera commits the foul after trying to turn with the ball. Duke McKenna is the player going down for Guyana and winning the ball back for his country. There you see the foul from Rivera, who's got 3 goals for Puerto Rico in this competition. Good combination play onto the right side. Mariah Welsh trying to make something happen on that right wing for Guyana. Knocks it out actually in the end for a throw-in, as Hernandez took possession back for Puerto Rico. Foul in the middle of the park. Strong step from Curtis Kelman. He knocks down his opposite number. Cardona. Valentin. Patience from Puerto Rico. Now a long ball from Valentin over the top on the right side. This one kept in. And then foul by Antonetti. As Reese Greenidge took possession back. 6 minutes played. Still no score, but Puerto Rico with the vast possession and one chance so far in this game. Roberts rolls it out. Long ball for Guyana. And it's a good one, too. Glasgow puts the ball in at the near post, and that one fizzes wide as the run comes in. Serrano puts his arms up. A good chance for Kelsey Benjamin at the near post as Glasgow fizzes that ball through, but the shot going wide for Guyana. That's their first chance of this one. Noah Hernandez will take the throw in for Puerto Rico on the near side at the halfway line. Into Rios. He is dispossessed, but gets the foul as Elliot Bonds thought he had that ball from Rios, and now he'll have a conversation with Ismael Conejo, the match official. Get another look at this one. Conejo certainly taking issue with the arm from Bonds. Hernandez playing a ball across. And it was a good ball, just couldn't find the runners. So that one trickled out for a goal kick, and Killian Roberts will take it short. Guyana keeping possession with it. Roberts forced to play that one long. See some raindrops landing. Little cloud burst and maybe a burst of an attack for Guyana, but the ball bouncing off of Glasgow's feet and over to Serrano. Glasgow knocks it back. Ball wide on the right side for Guyana. Mariah Welsh lays it off to Bonds. Back over to Mariah Welsh. Bonds gets it again. Tries to go across field to the left. It's intercepted, and Puerto Rico can try and play out from it. Hernandez put under some pressure and keeps possession. In the back line with it. Over to Cardona. Burgos does well to get it wide to Rios. Rios' cross gets all the way across, and it's in! 1-0 Puerto Rico! The finish on the far side by Leonardo Antonetti. A right-footed strike as the cross gets all the way across the box. And in the 11th minute, Puerto Rico in front of Guyana, 1-0. Rios rips this across the box with the left foot. And the first time strike from Antonetti, and he gets his first goal of this campaign for Puerto Rico. Leandro Antonetti, 1-0 to Puerto Rico. The number 11 in the 11th minute. Throw in for Guyana as they look to try and get an equalizer.
For Puerto Rico, that goal was scored by number 11, Leandro Antonetti. Score, Puerto Rico 1, Guyana 0.
All the way back to Roberts, the Guyana keeper. Given away in the midfield. And King. Had a lively first few minutes and has just played that role in the midfield as the distributor for Puerto Rico today. Possession just favoring Puerto Rico. Both sides having chances in the first 10 minutes, but the first blood is drawn by Puerto Rico. Valentin. Risky ball back, but it gets all the way to Serrano, and he hoofs this into the midfield. Now Guyana will have it in their back line. Jalen Jones picking up possession. Now, good run in the midfield by Glasgow, but he's dispossessed before Mariah Welsh picks it up and goes back with it. A good run from the back line by Greenidge. Cross comes back in near Greenidge, and then he commits the foul as Ant King gets possession back for Puerto Rico. Glasgow with the cross, trying to get that to the top of the box and find an open man, but Ant King found his way into the line of that cross. Puerto Rico giving that one up in the midfield. Wilson, the captain, lays it off. Now a chance from outside, but it's scuffed by Benjamin and rolls wide for a goal kick. Valentin. Short goal kick from Serrano puts the back line under a bit of pressure, but very calmly dealt with. And now back to Serrano. Has to make a decision, plays it right through the middle, and does very well with it. Good distribution, and now Puerto Rico can maybe spur an attack from it. Idrak switching it to the right side. The goal scorer now, Antonetti. Takes it wide. Attempts the cross. It's blocked, now trying to win it back. And then the clearance, a ricochet off of Guyana and out of play for a Puerto Rico corner on the far side. It'll be Noah Hernandez to step over this one. A left-footed in-swinging cross incoming for Puerto Rico. Here is the cross is a short corner. Now the cross, a right-footed outswinger at the top of the box. It's headed away and then put right back in and out of play for a goal kick. The attempt from Cardona. This one in the back for Guyana. Dribbled forward and played long. Chasing is Mariah Welsh into the box. Trying to turn back with it, but it's come off of him last and out for a goal kick. And Serrano will take it from the center of the box, goes left with it. Now gets it right back. Quick pressure from Guyana's forwards, but once again, Serrano with the good distribution to get that one away. Edrek plays it wide. Gets it back and then rolls it all the way back to Serrano, who comes out of his box. Here's Valentin. Long ball. Meets the head of Jalen Jones, the center back for Guyana. And King. Over to Hernandez. Cardona back to Hernandez. He drives and is fouled by Glasgow. Tactical foul from Amari Glasgow, the leading scorer for Guyana in this competition. Puerto Rico appears happy to possess right now. Cardona. Rolls it back to Serrano. Puerto Rico's goal difference is double Guyana's coming into this game, and that is something to keep in mind as Puerto Rico could afford to be tied on points with Guyana at the moment. But this one, now a chance on the left side of the box, and a wonderful sliding challenge as Burgos just couldn't get the shot away in time. A strong slide by Greenidge forces the corner kick for Puerto Rico. Nice little combination play at the top of the box. Rivera rolls that one in. A strong challenge from Greenidge. Burgos is fine. He's in the box, as we see right there. Going short again. This one comes out to Hernandez. Tries to put that one in the box, then eventually it gets there. Loose at the top. And King goes back to Valentin. Over to Hernandez, who rolls it back to Serrano, and Puerto Rico will regroup. 20th minute, 1-0 Puerto Rico. Antonetti's goal, the difference. Here's Valentin. Now Serrano. Long ball. Dealt with by Jones, who heads it. And then it's cleared out of play by Kelman. Just one shot on target in this game. It's Puerto Rico's, and it's the goal by Antonetti. And King, under some pressure, does really well to get out of it. Now rolls it into the path of Edrek. Back to Valentin. Played forward, and Antonetti's header trying to find the overlap from Diaz, but it goes out of play. Gordon will take the throw in for Guyana. Gets it back and then plays out of pressure nicely. Onto the left side now for Guyana. Well worked. And into the box. Loose ball. Jumping up for it was Benjamin, but the ball was always behind him. And out of reach. But Guyana retained possession outside. Into the midfield with Bonds. First time cross comes in from Mariah Welsh. Bounces out. Now Kelman tries one. High ball. Funky bounce off the turf. Still alive. Hernandez gets to it for Puerto Rico. Gets this forward into the feet of Rios. Mariah Welsh trying to get the cross off. Stays in play. Cardona having to deal with it, and he'll get it over to Anking, who can take it into space. Now Puerto Rico trying to attack quickly. Antonetti on the right side, chasing this one down. He's got the ball. One-on-one situation and wins the corner kick for Puerto Rico. Quick turn from defense to attack for today's home team. Greenidge once again. A good defensive effort to send a Puerto Rico attack out for a corner. Hernandez jogs over from left back to take the corner kick on the far side. Puerto Rico have gone short on their last two. And they will do so again. Top of the box, Cardona rolls it wide. Cutting ball, surging cross, but that goes wide for a goal kick. Just goes through everybody. Good idea from Diaz to try and whip that in through the six, but unable to find one of his teammates to tap it home. It's the right idea, and Antonetti was at the back post if he could get there. '25th minute, Antonetti's goal is the difference still, as Wilson, the captain, rolls this from the midfield. Over to Bonds for Guyana. Benjamin tackled, and then Mariah Welsh goes flying to the turf. Advantage given to Guyana after the sliding challenge from Burgos. Bonds has some space in front of him. Elects to lay it off. Kelman rolls it back to Jones. Left side to Greenidge. Into Wilson. Trying to find Benjamin, but Valentin steps in. Now Antonetti on the right. Keeps this one in. Rolls it back to Diaz, and Puerto Rico possess. Good combination play between Rivera and the midfielders. But Guyana get this ball back, and Roberts has to scramble to the goal line to make sure that doesn't go out for a corner. Now Guyana bringing the ball up the left side. Wilson in the middle, pressured by Anking. Switch to the right side. Here's Mariah Welsh. Over to Benjamin. Mariah Welsh going down, and an off-the-ball foul is called on Puerto Rico. Looks like just a coming together. Darren Rios pleading to the official Ismael Cornejo that the intent was not malicious. But immediately you can see he's accepting the foul. Just watch as he taps his chest. Unless he's saying, you calling it on me or are you calling it on him? Duke McKenna will stand over this one on the right foot. As Serrano lays his wall out, just 2 players. Benjamin stands beside Duke McKenna. The Guyana players in the box, beginning from offside positions. They'll come back to the top of the box to get back on side. The cross comes in. It's headed back on goal as Serrano punched it away, and it's cleared off the goal line by Puerto Rico. Serrano got the punch away, but it wasn't fully cleared. And thankfully for him, he had some players on the goal line able to make the clearance afterward. This one, still 1-0 Puerto Rico, but Guyana finding some pressure as Benjamin fizzes that one over and wide. Good chance for Guyana. Puerto Rico, maybe a little fortunate that this one's still just 1-0.
Keep going, everybody!
In the midfield now, Hernandez tucked in, plays it to Rivera. And Tanetti making the run behind, but it's headed forward by Guyana. And Duke McKenna wins possession back and slows things down for Guyana.
Keep making passes!
Back to Jones, cross to Greenidge. Wilson, good turn. Glasgow running with it. Tracked by several Puerto Rican defenders. They know the deadliness that Glasgow presents. Kelman.
Inside!
Greenidge, left side. Gordon. Cross is blocked. And that one stays in play.
Give us the work! Move the ball!
Guyana with the ball, 30 minutes played in this one. 1-0 Puerto Rico. Leandro Antonetti in the 11th minute, the goal scorer.
Combine! Keep combining! Combine!
Switches it over to Kelman. Duke McKenna. Long possession for Guyana. Captain Wilson under some pressure, rolls it back. Puerto Rico staying composed and staying in shape. And Guyana keeping the ball. Elliot Bonds with it.
One down, two down!
Mariah Welsh.
Yeah!
Back to Kelman.
One down, two down! Guys, you have to stretch, eh?
Wilson trying to get away from
Reaction!
Anking. It's one back and Puerto
Reaction!
Rico with the ball. Good pressure from Guyana to try and win it back, but Cardona and Valentin do well to get this one clear. Now the long ball, rolling all the way into the box, and Killian Roberts will play it out. Daniel Wilson. Over to Kelman. Rena just forced to play it back.
In the pocket. Okay, in the pocket. Keep moving the ball.
All 11 players behind the ball for Puerto Rico. Two midfielders dropping back for Guyana, so they don't have the numbers forward as this ball goes long. And Serrano is not happy about this collision with Kelsey Benjamin, who comes running in. And now, I believe we're getting a water break. So a hydration break in this match as the temperatures peak towards 90 degrees Fahrenheit. See another look at this ball from Wilson. Benjamin runs in. Just the usual coming together. Serrano unhappy with maybe a little extra left on that one from Benjamin. Both teams will get some water in their systems and take the cooling break. During this hot one in St. Kitts and Nevis. Later today, Bahamas and Antigua and Barbuda will face off in the same group. As part of League B in Concacaf Nations League. The only other Concacaf Nations League match today is between Aruba and the U.S. Virgin Islands in League C. That match is in the 27th minute, 0-0. We'll take a look at the goal from the 11th minute. Leandro Antonetti on the back post on the right wing connects with the cross from Darren Rios to put Puerto Rico ahead 1-0. The possession quite even in this match so far. As the Puerto Rico fans make their voices heard. As play resumes in the 36th minute. Puerto Rico leading Guyana 1-0. Valentin for Puerto Rico, the captain, rolls it out, and he gets it all the way back to him now. Nice ball flicked in the center circle, and this one's coming back for Guyana. And they'll take possession back. They've had possession for the last few minutes before the cooling break. Now a ball through for Benjamin. That's just got a little too much on it, and Serrano's able to come to collect it. Serrano drops the ball to his feet. Waits for a little bit of pressure before going long with it. Now it goes over the entire back line, and Guyana get possession right back. They've had the ball plenty in the midfield, but they've just not managed to have as much possession around the box of Puerto Rico in this first half as much as they'd want to, at least. Ball switching to the right side. Mariah Welsh, the overlapping run from Benjamin, elects to cut back inside. Onto the left side now for Guyana. It's Glasgow. He goes down under some contact. The referee, Ismael Cornejo, waves it away. Valentin under some pressure. A soft pass back to Serrano, who loops it out for a throw-in. And now Glasgow will get checked on as he remains down on the turf. Take another look at that collision. May just be one of those that sting. Possession has swung Guyana's way in the last few minutes. 57% now in favor of today's visitors. Zarek Valentin rolls it out. Isaac Anking switches it over. Cardona. Back to Anking. Takes it into the midfield, and he gets pushed over by Glasgow. Free kick for Puerto Rico. Anking slow to get back up. Now a foul in the midfield as Puerto Rico getting a little sloppy with it. Stephen Duke McKenna drawing the foul. Long ball onto the left. To the byline. The cross is in. Duke McKenna rising to it. Cleared away to the top of the box. The right-footed effort from Bonds goes wide. Now that's what Guyana needs to bring. Just on 40 minutes. A good chance. And Duke McKenna actually gets contact with that as he rises up to try and hit the volley. And it's not a bad effort from Bonds, just pulls it wide. This one's still 1-0 Puerto Rico, but Guyana knocking on the door. They've got plenty of possession to show for it, but still no goals. And still, I believe, technically one shot on goal. Free kick, belatedly given. And Puerto Rico can take a breath here. And Guyana players displeased with the decision. Bouncing ball in the midfield. And Rivera gets there first before Greenidge swings through and collides with the striker. Beto Adric stands over the ball, and he's closely monitored by Glasgow, who's now getting spoken to by Ismael Cornejo. He stands a little closer to the ball than technically allowed. Adric knocks it out to the left side. Cardona stepping forward. Burgos forced to play it back. Cardona plays it forward, just a little too much on it to find Rivera, and that ball going behind the back line before cleared away by Guyana, and out for a throw-in for Puerto Rico inside their own half. Hernandez takes the throw, goes back to Cardona. Valentin into the midfield. Strong challenge, cleanly won. Chance at the top of the box with Bonds. Twists and turns, plays it to the back post. Duke McKenna cuts it back. Duke McKenna lays it off. Bonds back to Duke McKenna. Guyana going back into possession. Puerto Rico getting the numbers back they need. And the chance starting to disappear for Guyana, but they still have possession and they're in the final third. Cross into the middle. Benjamin rising to it, but it's cleared away. Not out yet. Second effort from the right side by Mariah Welsh. Sails over for a goal kick. Another look at this cross into the middle. Rising to it, Kelsey Benjamin, but unable to win the header. And then the second effort from Nathan Mariah Welsh skews over the bar. Now Serrano changes his mind on the goal kick effort. Rios fouls Mariah Welsh. 1 minute until stoppage time. We'll see how many minutes are added. We've had a goal. We've had a cooling break. No other major stoppages besides those. Free kick in the midfield. Anking asking for a yellow card, I believe, or at least a talking to for the Guyana midfielders. He's motioning. Players getting run into their back. And Anking has been the victim of that a couple times today. Cardona takes the free kick and rolls it over to Valentin. Long ball on the right side. Antonetti. Dispossessed and then commits the foul as Greenidge handles him well. 2 minutes of stoppage time minimum added to the first half. As Puerto Rico take the ball back and Serrano collects in the goal mouth. Cardona wasn't expecting it, but he's able to take possession and move away from Benjamin. Serrano rolls that one out for him. Now a long ball from Valentin over the top. Chased down and fouled. A free kick coming up as Burgos gets behind the back line, and it will be an opportunity for Puerto Rico. Now, they haven't been putting balls in for headers necessarily, and this is one of those key spots for it. Guyana have the height advantage. And we'll see what Puerto Rico draw up from this set piece. Antonetti holding the ball, and next to him is Isaac Anking, who has taken it from Antonetti now. Killian Roberts will have a job to do with the wall. Currently just 2 in it. Puerto Rico have taken their corner kicks for short corners at least, and some of them have been swung into the box, but others have been attempted shots from outside, and others have fizzed out and forced Puerto Rico to play into possession. But this is the first big set-piece opportunity for Puerto Rico from that right side, and in the end, it is Noah Hernandez who's been playing on that left wing at left back. Has been taking some of those corners on that far side for the left-footed in-swinger. Maybe a shot from Hernandez here on the left foot. It's Hernandez. Low-driven shot, and it's saved comfortably by Killian Roberts. Quick one out as the 2 minutes expire, the minimum 2 minutes of stoppage time in this first half. Guyana surging forward. Mariah Welsh switches it to the left side, but it's not in enough time for Guyana. The first half concludes with Puerto Rico in charge. 1-0, the scoreline, the 11th minute goal by Leandro Antonetti separating the two sides after 45 minutes. Second half will come up after an intermission here at halftime in the Concacaf Nations League B Group D. Puerto Rico 1, Guyana 0. Second half action just moments away between Puerto Rico and Guyana in the Concacaf Nations League B Group D matchup. Both of these teams 6 points after 2 matches. Puerto Rico leading this one 1-0. The 11th minute goal by Leandro Antonetti, the only thing separating the sides in this one. Guyana got into rhythm towards the end of the first half and had chances. Looks like no subs for either side as Guyana kicked things off for the second half, going right to left. There's the goal scorer, Antonetti with it. Rolls it all the way back to Valentin, the captain for Puerto Rico. Guyana with a lot of high press in the first half. Puerto Rico hanging strong and keeping composed with possession as they win a throw-in deep inside of Guyana's half on the left wing. Valentin. Back to Serrano. Cardona plays it forward. Rivera lays it off. Nice 1-2-3 ball. Into the box. Antonetti on his left. Antonetti just skies it. The curling effort just over the top corner. Beto Idrek doing really well to get the ball over to Antonetti. But Leandro just unable to find the top corner. Wonderful play. Antonetti did super to keep that one in his feet, within reach, but just unable to keep it under the crossbar. Still 1-0 Puerto Rico. And just like the first half, they come out strong in the second. Bonds in the midfield, lays it off. Back through the middle. Stephen Duke McKenna, nice turn. But a little too much with it. Now the counterattack is on for Puerto Rico. Ball through to Rivera. Rivera cuts back with it. Goes wide. Antonetti. Touch gets away from him momentarily, but recollects it. Cardona as they recycle this ball into the back. Idrek. Now Valentin. Over to Cardona. And the center back brings this forward on the right. Antonetti. Into Anking. Hernandez lets that run through his legs and take it wide. Now forward for Puerto Rico. Good sliding challenge from Greenidge, and then another sliding challenge in the midfield, and Guyana have possession. They'll go deep with it on the right side. Benjamin with it. Running at Hernandez. Still Benjamin into the box. At the byline, the cross caught by Serrano inside the 6. A lively first 2.5 minutes or so of this second half of action. Throw in for Guyana. Have to imagine they want to slow things down. After the way Puerto Rico started this second half. Guyana turned the possession around in favor of them later in the second half, and now it's a ball on the left side for Omari Glasgow. Still loose. Right-footed effort from the top of the box is just under hit from Liam Gordon. Serrano making the save comfortably. Carried forward by Cardona. Puerto Rico giving the ball away. Kelman over to Duke McKenna. Foul in the midfield. Bonds dribbling the ball forward. Gets held up. Free kick to Guyana. Taken quickly. Greenidge gives it away. Antonetti with it. He's got some space with it. Antonetti trying to play it through for Rivera, but it's headed by Jones, and Guyana have possession back. It's Greenidge. Up the left to Gordon. Back to Greenidge. Guyana, 2 wins under their belt. 5-1 win over Antigua and Barbuda. 3-2 win over the Bahamas. Puerto Rico, a 6-1 win over the Bahamas, and a 5-0 win over Antigua and Barbuda. Puerto Rico winning this ball back. Antonetti put under some pressure, and he's dispossessed by Gordon. Glasgow, a nice move. Trying to do another one. Duke McKenna at the top of the box. Duke McKenna shot and saved by Serrano. Glasgow doing really well. Just a coming together with him and Isaac Anking before Stephen Duke McKenna does nicely to find the space for the shot, but his effort is saved by Serrano. Greenidge over to the captain, Daniel Wilson. Glasgow, heavy touch. Taken away. Wilson. Ball over the top, and Serrano comes to meet it at the top of the box. Benjamin chasing. Puerto Rico get this one away from him. Ball behind. Rivera about 2 steps ahead and offside. 53rd minute. 1-0 Puerto Rico. This one knocked down the left side. Glasgow winning the throw-in. Bonds over to the left wing with Glasgow now. Ball into the box as it's deflected off of Anking, and then Serrano able to come to get it. Forced to pick it up as Glasgow puts some pressure. Close calls there and eventually given away. Now Duke McKenna for Guyana. Onto the right wing. Bonds lays it off. Cross comes in. Back out to Bonds. On his right foot, and it just goes right through the 6 and out for a goal kick. Good stint from Guyana. They're getting closer, knocking on the door. Valentin couldn't clear. Bonds gets the second effort. Unable to test Serrano, though, on it. And now Serrano under some pressure with the possession. But he gets it clear. Cardona into the midfield. Now out wide on the left. Hernandez lays it off to Valentin.
Recover! Ready to go!
Slow build up from Puerto Rico. The two center backs, very composed, Valentin and Cardona. Long ball from Valentin, over the back line and into the box now for Puerto Rico. On the left foot, the effort from Rios is saved. Still loose, and down on the turf is Roberts, the goalkeeper for Guyana.
We're walking!
Slowly back to his feet. Puerto Rico still challenging now. On the left. At the top of the box. And poked away as Wilson comes in to clean things up for Guyana, the captain. Getting the ball back for his country, and now Guyana up the right side with Benjamin. He's dispossessed. And King loses it to Benjamin. Now Benjamin trying to cross this one in, and he's overhit it, and it lands on top of the goal. Goal kick. Lively. First 10 minutes of this second half.
Just get inside, come back!
Valentin. And King. Plays it up the left wing, but no runner making the trot up the sideline. Throw in Guyana. Killian Roberts, the goalkeeper for Guyana, appears to be all right. Greenwich to Glasgow, all the way back to Roberts. Switches it to the right side. Kelman. Now Jones, over to Greenidge. Duke McKenna turning in the midfield. Trying to leave Burgos behind him. Switches it to the right. It's Benjamin for Guyana. Takes it to the byline. Benjamin with the cross. Valentin gets his foot to it for Puerto Rico. They get this one wide. Penalty coming up to Guyana. And a yellow card is brandished to Diaz. He looks in disbelief. Benjamin gets there. And now the physios are being called onto the field for Benjamin. A penalty coming up to Guyana. Let's take a look at it. Valentin knocks it in. Little extracurriculars maybe from the arm? I'm not sure. Diaz played the ball, but maybe it was a little bit of something extra from the Puerto Rico midfielder, and Benjamin is helped off the side of the pitch. There's no VAR here to overturn this. It is his stomach, so it's something to do with the arm, something to do with Diaz maybe swinging as part of the motion, but Puerto Rico's Joel Serrano is going to have a big task here to try and save this penalty. It's currently Nathan Mariah Welsh who holds the ball at the penalty spot. We'll see if it's actually he who takes the penalty or if he hands it off, and that is exactly what happens. It's going to be Omari Glasgow. He's got 4 goals in this competition. Trying to make it 5 and trying to equalize in this match in the 59th minute into the 60th minute now. Serrano on his line. Facing Omari Glasgow. Glasgow with his right foot. Scores it to tie it for Guyana. 1 apiece. Serrano guesses correctly. But it's a high strike from Glasgow at that unsavable height. Or at least the improbable height to save a penalty. Joel Serrano doing what he can with the dive, but Omari Glasgow with his 5th goal of the competition this season.
Glasgow. Score Puerto Rico 1.
Keep doing the right thing.
1.
Keep on going, Guilty.
And now this game gets just more interesting. Puerto Rico trying to get back in front. Ball into the middle. Back post. Antonetti heads it down, and then the volley goes over for a goal kick. An acrobatic effort from Diaz, who committed the foul. And a goal kick coming up.
Next one.
Long ball into the middle.
Hey, get closer.
Valentin into the center of the pitch, and King.
Well done, Guilty. Yeah, yeah.
Valentin. 30 minutes left in this one, roughly.
We go strong. Block the space.
Long ball. Aimed for Rivera, and then headed away for Guyana. Into the midfield, now on the right side. Elliot Bonds.
Keep moving the ball.
Glasgow, whose penalty tied things up here at 1. Jones.
Pick it up. Combine. Lucanio,
Into the
combine.
middle.
One
Duke
more.
McKenna. Wide to the left. Gordon drives in. Gordon to the byline. The low cross to the goal. 2-1 Guyana lead. It's tapped in by Benjamin, the man who drew the penalty. Puts Guyana ahead in this one. Three minutes after Guyana equalized, they take the lead.
Hey, two more.
Gordon does exceptionally well to get this one to the byline, gets the cross in, and Benjamin finishes from close range. 2-1 Guyana. What a game. And the first substitution of this match coming now from Puerto Rico. It's going to be Ian Silva,
Score
as well as Juan O'Neill. It looks like Isaac Anking was one of the players being replaced. A confirmation of the second. Regardless, it is 2-1 Guyana. This match flipped on its head in just a matter of minutes, 3 minutes apart. The two goals, the penalty from Glasgow, and then the finish from Benjamin on the low cross from Gordon. O'Neill in the midfield, the natural replacement for Anking. Confirmation of that substitution as Roberts rolls this one out. Cardona knocks this forward to Antonetti, who scored in the 11th minute, which feels like a lifetime ago for Puerto Rico. Valentin. Just over 25 minutes left. Cardona trying to find that through ball. But just overcooked. And Roberts collects. Guyana win the throw-in. Long ball. Brought down by Benjamin. Lays it off. Puerto Rico win it back in the midfield. Free kick for Puerto Rico on the left wing. Hernandez was fouled. Looks like a substitution coming in for Guyana. Dion Moore. Things getting a little testy as Benjamin is trying to exit the pitch. The goal scorer in every game so far for Guyana in this 2023-24 Concacaf Nations League. Limping off the pitch after a little altercation. The yellow card is out as Dion Moore enters the field. A like-for-like substitution. A forward-minded player for a forward-minded player. Hernandez stands over it, takes a short free kick. Over to O'Neal. All the way back to Cardona. Edric. Good combo play. Trying to find Rivera. Puts pressure on Jones. Ball forward by Roberts. Flicked on once more by Gordon. Now won by Edric.
Keep on going! Keep on going!
Edric carrying that one. Plays it off to O'Neal. His pass is intercepted. Guyana on the counter now. Over to the right side, the substitute. Dion Moore plays it forward. Flying out of the box is Serrano, and he's committed a foul. The linesman says yes. The referee's coming over. Ismael Cornejo brandishes the yellow card to the goalkeeper, Serrano, who's fortunate that his foul against Glasgow there isn't a last man opportunity, or else he'd be seeing red. This game getting more and more feisty by the minute. It is a foul. Serrano pleads his innocence, but that falls on deaf ears. So yellow for Joel Serrano in the 69th minute. Guyana leading Puerto Rico 2-1. And now Guyana have a free kick, which we haven't seen a ton of set pieces for Guyana in the final third. In fact, I don't think we have seen a set piece that can allow the height of some of these Guyana players to find an opportunity for a header. I mean, this is a tall Guyana squad compared to Puerto Rico. You just take a look in the box right now. There has been opportunities, but they've been from farther out. The ball is in, and then a foul is called. Duke McKenna's ball was good, but it was a foul call against, I believe, Greenidge. And Puerto Rico get the free kick going quickly. Antonetti. Edric. Plays it long. It's overhit. Now it's a chance for Bonds. He turns with it. Plays it to the left to Gordon. It's Gordon again. Going to that byline once more. Low cross again, and this time Cardona gets his foot in the way and puts it out behind for a corner kick. Right-footed in-swinging corner for Guyana. To the back post. Rising, and the header sailing over the crossbar. Reese Greenidge. Short goal kick from Serrano. Nearly knocks it off of the pressure and into the net. Glasgow nearly gets a goal from inside the 6. Serrano really fortunate with that one, that it went wide. He's going short with it again. Moore putting some pressure before it's cleared long up the left side, headed forward by Kelman. Mariah Welsh knocks it out for a throw-in, which he will take. Mariah Welsh weighing up his options, eventually throws this in and gets the yellow card before he could do so for time wasting. Throw-in is taken and won back by Puerto Rico. Good move in the midfield. But Diaz is dispossessed. O'Neal wins it and gets the throw-in. Or pardon me, Silva winning the throw-in. For Puerto Rico. Long ball goes out for a Guyana throw-in. As time ticks away for Puerto Rico to make the comeback. They led for nearly 50 minutes. They've had to come back in just one of their 2 games, but it was a goal in just the 2nd minute in that case. Another substitution for Puerto Rico. Devin Vega. Looked like Ruben Joseph as well. That's the end of the day for Ricardo Rivera. A tough time for the forward. We might get the cooling break at this point as well. I think that's exactly what's happened. So, Rivera out, Vega in, Guyana leading 2-1, Puerto Rico looking to equalize after conceding 2 goals in a 3-minute span. So with 15 minutes or so left, a cooling break, and let's take a look back at Benjamin's goal as Gordon drives to the byline, low cross, and Benjamin just has to redirect it. Runs to the touchline to celebrate with his teammates. Ruben Joseph is on the pitch for Puerto Rico, so we'll get confirmation of some substitutions for you in just a moment.
Substitution for Puerto Rico. 15 in, 9 out. Substitution was made in the 74th minute.
So just a confirmation still on Vega, but it does look like Joseph is on the pitch, so 2 subs for Puerto Rico. That's 4 total now, as they trail 2-1 to Guyana. And that's a foul called.
16 in, 21 out.
So Darren Rios is the substitute
Ladies and gentlemen, the score is
for Joseph.
Guyana 2, Puerto Rico 1.
Antonetti. Under 15 minutes left in the 90. Diaz with the turn. Gets away from one. Trying to get away from a second, but Bonds is able to get him in the end. Now onto the right side. Down the wing with Duke McKenna. He's waiting for some support. That finally arrives. Cross comes in, and Serrano is there to collect it in the 6. No real danger present. Now, a long ball attempted, but that's just overhit, and Roberts will take his time with it. Wait for some pressure to arrive before picking it up.
4. Game between Guyana and Puerto Rico is 95.
Puerto Rico with a throw-in inside their own half on the left. Noah Hernandez will take. Bonds wins the header, knocks this one up the line once more. A throw-in for Puerto Rico. Guyana win it back. It's Moore. Lays it off to Duke McKenna. Up the right, now into the middle. It's Moore driving, and it comes off of him last as Nico Cardona steps in. And Puerto Rico get the goal kick. Edrek laid it off. Plenty of pressure. Ball is won. It's Dion Moore. Driving a strong challenge, but it's ball won by Puerto Rico. Nicely done. A good challenge. Perfectly timed. And Puerto Rico have the ball again. Hernandez with it. Driving into Guyana territory. Long ball into the middle. Diving header to clear it. Puerto Rico keeping this one alive. Up the left wing.
Keep them marking!
Long ball into the box, and Roberts is able to collect. Knocks forward. Puerto Rico trying to get possession back in the midfield. Guyana will get the throw in. Liam Gordon jogs over to take. All the way back to Roberts. Now the pressure from Puerto Rico, but Guyana doing well to get out of that pressure. Bonds over to the left side. Greenidge, Bonds, Wilson. The captain able to regain possession as he nearly lost it. Glasgow driving, still Glasgow. Glasgow. Duke McKenna! And it's saved by Serrano.
don't stop, boy! Keep on working! Keep on working! Yeah,
Given away.
the space. Oh,
Daniel Wilson.
combine,
Over to
combine.
Dion Moore. Now Stephen Duke McKenna.
Man on!
Dispossessed, but only momentarily as he wins it back. Elliot Bonds switching it to the left. Here's Liam Gordon laying it off. Greenidge and Guyana possessed with 10 minutes left in the 90.
Two touches! Two touches! Keep moving!
Roberts.
Who wants to
Greenidge
go
under
down
some
now?
pressure. Gets a throw-in out of it.
Yeah, we are. We have to play quick, guys, eh? Let's go, Guyana!
Liam Gordon will take. Into the middle. Bonds doing well to keep it. Jones switches it to the right side. Pushed forward. Duke McKenna knocks it up the wing. He wanted the foul. Doesn't get it. Throw in Puerto Rico. Hernandez takes. Quick 1-2 from the throw-in. On his favored left foot. Now driving. Plays a nice surging ball in behind the back line. That's chased down by Joseph. He shoots! And Joseph's shot just pulls wide. A big chance for Puerto Rico out of what was seemingly a half chance. It's a good ball with the outside of the boot from Hernandez, and Joseph from a really tough angle. Gets a good effort. And it gets by Roberts, but it gets wide of the post. Vega. He dribbles on the left. Now he crosses. And Roberts collects it inside his six, despite 3 Puerto Rico players in the box. The sun now seeping through the clouds in St. Kitts and Nevis. Edric now over to Joseph on the right. Guyana holding on to a 2-1 lead. Now a drive out to Joseph on his left foot. Joseph running on the right. Joseph to the byline, and he just can't get the cross off. It's really well defended by Guyana, and it's a goal kick coming up. Liam Gordon just gets in the way, gets between the ball and the man, and shields it out for the goal kick. 84th minute, 2-1 Guyana. 52% possession for Puerto Rico. Now it's given away by Serrano. Moore's into the box. Moore with the empty net. 3-1 Guyana in the 84th minute. Dion Moore! Exclamation point! Moore steals it. And it's just been one of those days for Joel Serrano, the goalkeeper for Puerto Rico. He's had a lot of the ball at his feet, and he's come out of the box a couple times, committed the foul, sliding into Omari Glasgow earlier in the match, getting a yellow card for the challenge, and then now giving away the ball as Dion Moore supplies the pressure, which Guyana have done from the first minute. Plenty of pressure from Guyana on the Puerto Rico back line, including Joel Serrano, the goalkeeper. who nearly played a ball off of Glasgow and into the net from inside his own 6. And he finally pays for the casualness of the play, and that's just really good heads-up play from Dion Moore. Joel Serrano will be shaking his head, but Dion Moore should hold his head up high. That's really good alertness from the striker. And it's 3-1 Guyana, and Puerto Rico's 1-0 lead from the 11th minute is looking a little more slim now. The chances of 3 points for Puerto Rico fading away. Guyana would go top of the group with 9 points. And Glasgow is sitting down on the turf, clutching his leg, and now lies back onto the turf as he awaits treatment in the 86th minute. He wants it stretched out, his right leg. Maybe his calf, maybe his hamstring. Stretcher is being summoned by Ismael Cornejo, the referee, but Glasgow's going to hobble off to the sideline. '87th minute, 3-1 Guyana over Puerto Rico as Hackett enters the game for Glasgow, who scored the penalty to make it 1 apiece. Guyana with possession. They could really finish this one off if they get another one, and it's given away. It's Jones. Long ball. Knocked down. Puerto Rico clear it, but it's back in possession. Good ball from Bonds. Chased down, and Guyana just trying to find that final chance that would cement this victory. Free kick coming up to Puerto Rico. 2.5 minutes left in the 90. We will certainly see some stoppage time, just how much we don't know. A penalty, some yellow cards, some substitutions, and 3 goals in this second half. Should add up to a few. Ball over the back line. Kelman comes to collect. And he'll get the throw in for Guyana after the pressure from Ian Silva forced it out for a throw. Another substitution for Puerto Rico. Cristiano Ortiz. And nearly a foul, but play on, says our referee. Valentin plays the ball through. Guyana intercept. Moore brings it down. And Cardona does a good job to shield that one out for a throw-in. Urgency, the name of the game for Puerto Rico, as O'Neal tries to spark an attack from the midfield. It's Joseph. He gets the ball and has some space, and now he gets told to get back up by Ismael Cornejo as he flies down to the turf. Silva wins it for Puerto Rico. Now Joseph slows it up. Final minute of the 90. It's O'Neal in the center circle. Little 1-2. Plenty of pace from the substitute, Cristiano Ortiz, but he loses possession, and Guyana get possession right back and launch this forward with their 2-goal lead still intact. Valentin. Nice ball forward. Big chance for Antonetti. He goes down. The whistle is blown for a free kick. And a yellow card is brandished to Reese Greendage. And a free kick as Antonetti would have been in on goal. Certainly not a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity as there was reinforcements nearby. And it was an attempt on the ball. So the yellow card is shown and 5 minutes of stoppage time is given. Greendage gets the yellow.
5 minutes added to the second half.
Leandro Antonetti, the number 11 for Puerto Rico, scored in the 11th minute. Made it 1-0. 3 goals in the second half from Guyana, now 3-1 Guyana, and Antonetti, who drew the free kick, stands over it with his left foot. Roberts sets his wall. It's 4 currently with an extra just next to them in the form of Liam Gordon. Antonetti looking keen. It is Antonetti. Antonetti! And it's a good save from Killian Roberts, who gets across to his right and knocks it down. Rolls it down and launches this one deep. Header is won by Silva for Puerto Rico. And they get possession in the midfield. Loose ball in the middle. Puerto Rico get it. O'Neal. Now onto the left side with Ortiz. On his right foot, very lively off the bench. Ball is laid off. O'Neal. Over to Silva. The cross into the middle, and Roberts grabs it and drops to the turf as the second minute of the minimum 5 expire. O'Neal twists and turns, put under some pressure by the substitute, Ryan Hackett. O'Neal, long ball, still free though. Clearance is all the way to midfield for Guyana now. Here's Bonds on the right side, trying to kill the clock and finish this match off. Now he lays it into deep Puerto Rico territory, and then a pass back to Serrano, who gets there just in time. And a little extracurriculars inside the 6-yard box as well. Driving forward with it. Vega. Given away. Guyana drawing the foul. And a free kick coming up with 2 minutes left in the minimum 5 and stoppage time as Cortez Kelman sits back up from the turf. There's the foul from Vega. Roberts comes forward to take the free kick, and he hits this one deep. It's the captain now, Daniel Wilson. Elects to possess. Gordon plays it back. Greenidge. Given away. And then the foul in transition. And the yellow card is shown as Joseph did well to get it back and draw the free kick. So Elliot Bonds goes into the books. 1 minute left in the 5 added minutes. One more look at that foul. Tactical from Bonds. Throw in for Puerto Rico now. Ortiz takes it. Over to Hernandez. The left back dribbles this forward. Now a shot from outside fizzes wide off the boot of Gerald Diaz, I believe, with the strike. Indeed it is. Time ticking away. Guyana with the win. Just seconds away. Waiting for the final whistle from Ismael Cornejo. Knocked forward by Moore. Hackett chasing as Valentin gets it. Sliding challenge from Hackett as it goes out for a goal kick. 5 minutes are up. And the final whistle sounds. Guyana come from behind. 3 second-half goals to defeat Puerto Rico 3-1 in Concacaf Nations League B Group D. They'll face each other again right here in St. Kitts and Nevis on Tuesday as the halfway point in group play concludes for these two teams. 9 points now for Guyana. The goals from Benjamin, Glasgow, and Moore. Antonetti opened the scoring in the 11th minute, but quick goals in the second half for Guyana get them in front and get them the 3 points and the win. 3-1 Guyana over Puerto Rico in CONCACAF Nations League B Group D action.
Same team will be playing again on Tuesday, so we can come out and support. As well tomorrow. Please come out.
It's the second win for Guyana against Puerto Rico in all time, the fourth ever meeting between them. Their fifth will be on Tuesday, and that could separate the two sides as they both have 2 wins against one another.
7 o'clock. And then on Monday, French St. Martin.
The final score from St. Kitts and Nevis.
4 o'clock.
Guyana 3, Puerto Rico 1.
Get home safe.
CONCACAF Nations League B Group D action between Puerto Rico and Guyana in St. Kitts and Nevis. Puerto Rico with the early chances and Antonetti scoring early. Finding the back on that cross at the back post, and then a sliding challenge from Reese Greenidge as Guyana kept the defense going. Chances were plenty for Puerto Rico, and things got a little bit tense in the midfield. Challenges flying in left, right, and center. Towards the end of the first half, Guyana starting to take plenty pressure. Bonds with that shot from outside. Then this ball into the middle for a rising Benjamin. Couldn't win the header. And then this chance in the second half from Antonetti couldn't make it 2-0. Duke McKenna makes a nice run here, and the shot is saved by Joel Serrano. The long ball from Valentin, able to get a chance in the box for Darren Rios, but his shot denied. And then the penalty is given. Glasgow finishes. It's 1 apiece in the 60th minute. His 5th goal of the competition. Puerto Rico trying to get one back. The effort from Diaz, who was the player who fouled on the penalty, before Gordon here drives to the byline and finds Benjamin for the tap-in from just a yard out, making it 2-1 to Guyana. Benjamin with another goal in this competition. Serrano flying out of his box, fouls Glasgow and gets a yellow card for that effort. Then gives away the ball to Moore. And Dion Moore, the substitute, makes it 3-1 in the 83rd. That exclamation point was nearly all it needed, as Guyana held on defensively. A late foul and an Antonetti free kick was saved by Roberts. Guyana getting the 3-1 win over Puerto Rico in Group D League B action. Total shots, 13-10 in favor of Guyana. Plenty of fouls, 25 total in this one. Possession